Don't blink, things are changing too fast. AI tools have changed so fast over the past year that even I've had moments where I felt behind. And this is literally what I do. So if you're sitting there thinking everyone else has figured this out and you're the only one still catching up, I promise you, you are not alone. But here is what I realized, and this changed everything for me. It is not about keeping up with every new tool or every update. It is about learning a handful of simple moves that save you real time, clear your head, and actually make a difference in your business. So today I'm going to share 6 of them. These are the same moves I use in my own business, and they're the ones I walk my clients through. None of them require you to be technical. You just have to be willing to try. Let's start with number 1. Move 1, stop doing tasks. Start building repeating solutions. This one is first because everything else builds on top of it. For a long time, most of us have been using AI the same way. Open a chat, ask a question, get an answer, close it. One task at a time. And that works. It's useful. But the women who are getting the most out of AI have made a different shift. They've stopped thinking about individual tasks and started thinking about the things they do over and over every single week. Because here's what I noticed in my own business and in the businesses of women I work with. The things that drain your time are rarely one-off problems. They're the same 5 things every week, every month, on repeat. Drafting emails, preparing for client calls, writing social posts, creating a weekly update, responding to the same types of questions. So here's the move. Instead of asking AI to help you do a task once, ask it to help you build a way to handle that task every time it comes up. Think about one thing you do every single week that takes longer than it should. Got one? Good. That is your starting point. Break it down. What are the steps involved? Which of those steps could AI handle for you, even if it only handles 2 or 3 of them? Suddenly a 2-hour task becomes a 20-minute one. That is not a productivity tip. That is getting hours of your life back every single week. Move 2. Teach AI how you work once so you never have to repeat yourself. Here's a habit I see all the time, and I did it too at first. You write out a long explanation of your business, your audience, your tone, and you paste it into every single AI conversation. Every single time. That's like hiring the smartest assistant you've ever had and spending the first hour of every workday bringing them up to speed from scratch. It works, but it's exhausting. There's a better way. Most AI tools, including ChatGPT and Claude, let you create what are basically standing instructions, a place where you tell it once who you are, who you serve, how you like things written, what you never want it to say, and then it knows. Every conversation, it already knows. Think of it like onboarding a great new hire properly. You spend a little time up front getting them set up right, and after that, they just get it. You don't have to re-explain yourself every time. For me, this was one of the most time-saving moves I made. I told AI my voice, my audience, the words I use. Now when I ask it to help me write something, it already sounds like me. You can do the same thing. Take 30 minutes once to set this up. Move 3. Let AI do the research while you focus on the decisions. This one is my personal favorite because it gave me back something I didn't even realize I had lost. Time to think. Before I started using AI this way, I would spend hours researching, reading articles, comparing options, trying to figure out what was actually relevant. Now I hand that research off, I describe what I need to understand, give AI the context about my business, and ask it to come back with a summary and a recommendation, not as a replacement for my judgment, as a starting point for it. What used to take me days of reading and thinking now takes one good conversation, about 15 to 20 minutes. And here's what matters. I am still making the decisions. I am still the one who knows my clients and my values. AI is just doing the heavy lifting of gathering and organizing. Move 4. Connect AI to the work you're already doing. Here is something a lot of people don't realize AI can do. It doesn't have to live in a separate window. Most AI tools can now connect directly to things you already use: your email, your calendar, your documents. No more constant switching back and forth. I know that sounds complicated, but it really isn't anymore. In a lot of tools, it's as simple as flipping a switch in your settings to connect an account. No coding needed. What this looks like in practice. Instead of scanning emails for hours, you just say, "Look at my emails from this week and tell me what needs my attention most." And it does. For a woman business owner managing 100 things, this is not a small thing. This is removing an entire layer of mental switching that happens dozens of times a day. Move 5. Stop starting from scratch every single time. This one is about compounding. Every time you figure out a good way to use AI, you have a choice. You can use it once and move on, or you can save it so that next time takes a fraction of the effort. I call these my repeating setups. 1. Social posts. 2. Client calls. 3. Follow-up emails. A prompt I've already written and tested for writing my weekly post. Another one for preparing for client calls. Another one for drafting follow-up emails. They're just saved. The first time you use AI for something, there's a learning curve. That takes time. But the second time, the third time, if you saved your work, it takes almost nothing. Move 6. Always be the last set of eyes. I saved this one for last on purpose, because all 5 moves I just shared are about getting AI to do more for you. This is why you matter. Here's what AI is really good at. It is fast, it is thorough, it can produce a lot of output without getting tired or distracted. But it lacks your judgment. So the rule I use, and the one I teach every client, is this. AI gets the first draft. You always get the last look. Does this sound like me? Would I put my name on this? And then you can hand it back to AI and ask it to challenge you. Not to rewrite it, to push back. Ask it, what's weak here? What would a skeptic say? So those are the 6 moves. Mastering AI in 2026 is not about learning every tool. It's about building your own simple system. One that handles the repetitive work, saves your thinking for the decisions, and compounds over time. Start with one move. Get comfortable. Then add the next. If this felt useful, I would love for you to come join us in the Sensible Practice community. It's free, no jargon, no pressure, just real tools. When you join, you'll also get my AI Starter prompt sheet. The link is in the description. I'd love to see you in there.